Hello, dear learners. Welcome to Exploring an Understanding of How Research Supports Yoga for Mental Health. Let's set forth on a journey of exploration, gently weaving the threads of research into the fabric of our own knowledge and skills. So, whether you're a therapist, a teacher, or simply a seeker of knowledge, I invite you to embrace these moments with a sense of gentle curiosity and openness. I'm your host, Judy Thompson, and in today's segment we will be exploring the publication, The Application of Virtual Reality Meditation and Mind-Body Exercises Among Older Adults, published March 2024 in the journal Frontiers in Psychology, authored by Donggao, Yuchin-Su, Xingjiang, Hansen Li, and Hongcheng Luo. In today's episode, we'll consider the intersection of virtual reality technology and mindfulness practices, examining how these innovative approaches are reshaping mental health interventions. As our global population continues to age and mental health challenges become increasingly prevalent, researchers and healthcare professionals are exploring new ways to make mindfulness practices more accessible and effective. Virtual reality-based mindfulness offers immersive experiences that combine traditional meditation and mind-body exercises with technology advances. Today, we'll examine research that demonstrates how VR-based mindfulness interventions are being implemented and their impact on mental health outcomes. We'll explore how these technologies are making meditation and mind-body exercises more engaging and accessible, while also considering the challenges in this emerging field. By understanding the science behind these interventions, we can better appreciate their potential role in the future of mental health care and wellness practices. Virtual reality meditation implementation represents a merger of ancient practices with modern technology. Let's explore how this innovative approach is structured and delivered to participants, particularly older adults. At the heart of VR meditation is specialized equipment, with VR headsets being the cornerstone of the experience. These devices typically include built-in headphones or speakers that create an immersive multisensory environment. While traditional VR headsets require connection to external devices like gaming consoles or computers, newer all-in-one headsets offer standalone functionality, eliminating the need for additional equipment. The implementation process follows a carefully structured approach that begins with thorough preparation. Healthcare providers or researchers first develop an intervention plan tailored to participants' needs and capabilities. They then select appropriate VR meditation content and ensure all equipment is properly configured and tested. During the implementation phase, participants are first oriented to the equipment and given clear instructions on its use. Sessions typically run between 5 to 15 minutes to minimize the risk of discomfort or motion sickness, particularly important for older adults who may be more sensitive to these effects. VR meditation offers much flexibility in the way it can be utilized and delivered. It can be implemented either through in-person sessions at healthcare facilities or remotely from participants' homes. In both scenarios, trained supervisors provide support and guidance to ensure safety and optimal experience. Throughout each session, participants are immersed in carefully designed virtual environments that enhance the meditation experience. These environments might include peaceful natural settings or abstract spaces specifically created to promote relaxation and mindfulness. The implementation structure also includes regular assessment points to monitor progress and adjust the experience as needed. This might involve gathering feedback about comfort levels, effectiveness of the meditation practice, and any technical challenges encountered during sessions. One particularly important aspect of implementation is the gradual introduction of more complex or longer sessions, as participants become more comfortable with both the technology and the meditation practice. This progressive approach helps build confidence and ensures sustainable engagement with the program. Recent research has revealed compelling evidence for the effectiveness of virtual reality meditation across multiple dimensions of health and wellness. The data shows particularly promising results in 3 key areas: mental health improvement, pain management, and overall quality of life enhancement. Looking first at mental health outcomes, studies have consistently demonstrated VR meditation's ability to reduce stress and alleviate negative mood symptoms. Clinical research has shown significant reductions in anxiety and depression levels among participants engaging in regular VR meditation sessions. What's particularly noteworthy is that these positive effects often persist well beyond the meditation session itself, with some studies documenting benefits lasting 24 to 48 hours after practice. For those dealing with chronic pain conditions, VR meditation has emerged as a powerful tool in pain management strategies. Research focusing specifically on older adults with conditions like knee osteoarthritis has shown remarkable results. A notable study found that even brief 10-minute VR meditation sessions led to meaningful reductions in both general and location-specific pain levels. These findings suggest that VR meditation could serve as a valuable non-pharmacological approach to pain management. Research also shows that the impact on quality of life has been equally impressive. 3-week programs implementing VR meditation have demonstrated measurable improvements in participants' overall well-being. These benefits extend beyond just physical and mental health metrics, encompassing broader aspects of daily living and social functioning. The immersive nature of VR appears to enhance the traditional benefits of meditation, making it easier for participants to achieve and maintain a state of mindfulness. What makes these benefits particularly significant is their accessibility. Unlike traditional meditation practices that might require specific environments or extensive training, VR meditation can be practiced from the comfort of one's home. This accessibility factor has proven especially valuable for older adults who might face mobility challenges or have limited access to in-person meditation instruction. The experiential aspects of VR meditation appear to play a crucial role in these positive outcomes. Studies report that nearly 95% of participants express willingness to continue with VR meditation after their initial experience, suggesting both its effectiveness and appeal. This high level of engagement is particularly important as consistent practice is key to realizing the full benefits of any meditation program. While more research is still needed to fully understand the mechanisms behind these improvements, the current evidence strongly supports VR meditation as a valuable tool for enhancing both mental and physical well-being, particularly among older adults seeking alternative approaches to health management. Virtual reality technology is revolutionizing the way we approach traditional mind-body exercises like Tai Chi and yoga. The implementation of these practices through VR systems requires specific equipment and careful attention to setup details to ensure both safety and effectiveness. At the core of VR mind-body exercise systems are 3 essential components: motion capture sensors, main consoles, and display screens. The motion capture sensors are strategically positioned to track participants' movements with precision, utilizing cameras and infrared depth sensors to provide real-time feedback. These sensors are typically placed about 1 meter above the ground and roughly 2 to 2.5 meters away from the participant to ensure optimal tracking accuracy. On the VR headset, the display screens serve multiple purposes in these systems. They not only show the virtual environment, but they also provide immediate visual feedback to participants about their movements within a practice session while using the VR headset. In the case of Tai Chi and yoga, this feedback allows individuals to see themselves in action and make real-time adjustments to their form. A virtual coach may also appear on screen, demonstrating proper techniques and offering both visual and verbal guidance throughout the session. The exercise sessions themselves are often carefully structured to maximize benefits while ensuring safety. A typical session runs between 30 to 45 minutes, beginning with warm-up exercises. The main portion of the session focuses on slow, continuous movements, particularly adapted from traditional Tai Chi and yoga practices. These movements are selected for their appropriateness for older adults and their effectiveness in promoting both physical and mental well-being. As described in the research, throughout the VR sessions, Participants receive continuous feedback on their performance, including motion scores that help them track their progress. The virtual coach in the program can remain present throughout, providing corrections and encouragement as needed. In the environment itself, medical personnel or trained instructors are typically present in the room to ensure safety and provide additional support when required. What makes this approach particularly valuable is its ability to break down complex movements into manageable components. For instance, traditional Tai Chi sequences that might be challenging for older adults to learn in a conventional setting become more accessible through the VR interface. The technology allows for detailed demonstration and immediate feedback, making it easier for participants to understand and correctly execute each movement. Additionally, the implementation process is designed to be progressive, allowing participants to build confidence and competence at their own pace while maintaining engagement through the interactive virtual environment. This combination of traditional mind-body practices with modern technology creates an accessible and effective approach to exercise for older adults. Research has consistently shown remarkable benefits of VR mind-body exercises for both mental and physical well-being in older adults. The evidence clearly shows benefits for brain function and mental well-being. Studies focusing on VR Tai Chi have demonstrated significant enhancements in cognitive abilities, particularly in abstract thinking and judgment skills. While participating in these virtual programs, older adults have shown measurable improvements in their mindfulness levels and reported increased enjoyment during their exercise sessions, which is crucial for maintaining long-term engagement with physical activity. The physical benefits of these VR-based exercises are equally impressive. Participants have shown notable improvements in several key areas of physical function. These include enhanced aerobic endurance, stronger lower body muscles, better balance control, and improved gait speed. What's particularly interesting is that when VR Tai Chi was compared to traditional Tai Chi practice, the virtual version showed even greater potential for improving balance function and overall strength. The benefits become even more pronounced when VR mind-body exercises are combined with other forms of virtual reality exercise. For instance, when researchers integrated VR yoga with strength training and aerobic exercises, they observed significant improvements in participants' balance abilities. Similarly, this combined approach has shown promise in enhancing mobility and reducing symptoms of depression among older adults. One of the most encouraging aspects of these findings is their consistency across different studies. Whether implemented as standalone programs or as part of a broader exercise routine, VR mind-body exercises consistently demonstrate positive impacts on both physical and mental health parameters. This aligns well with what we already know about traditional mind-body practices, but with the added benefit of enhanced accessibility and engagement through virtual reality technology. These results suggest that VR-based approaches might offer an effective way to deliver mind-body exercise programs to older adults. The technology not only makes these exercises more accessible, but also provides a safe, controlled environment where participants can practice and improve their skills while receiving immediate feedback and guidance. While more research is still needed to determine the optimal implementation methods, the current evidence supports the value of incorporating VR mind-body exercises into health promotion programs for older adults. The combination of physical benefits, cognitive improvements, and positive mental health outcomes makes this a promising approach for promoting overall wellness in the aging population. While virtual reality-based mindfulness interventions show great promise, they do face implementation challenges that need consideration. Cost remains one of the primary barriers to widespread adoption. High-quality VR equipment, particularly all-in-one VR headsets, can range from $200 to $500, with premium devices costing even more. This price point can be challenging, especially for older adults with limited financial resources. Technical anxiety presents another hurdle. Many older adults express apprehension about using VR technology, often stemming from a lack of familiarity with digital devices. This anxiety can impact their willingness to engage with the technology and overall interventions. training, and ongoing technical support are necessary to help participants continue to feel comfortable with the equipment. Physical comfort and safety concerns also pose challenges. Some users experience simulator sickness, which can manifest as headaches, eye strain, or disorientation. While current research suggests these symptoms are typically mild, with participants reporting minimal discomfort, some individuals have reported more intense migraines following VR sessions. This risk would require monitoring and limits around session duration. Hardware reliability and compatibility issues can also disrupt the intervention being offered and used. Equipment malfunctions, software glitches, or incompatibility between different components can lead to session interruptions or inconsistent experiences. Additionally, many VR applications and content are primarily designed for entertainment rather than therapeutic purposes, which can limit their effectiveness for mindfulness interventions. Language and cultural accessibility present another layer of complexity. Many VR applications are only available in select languages, potentially excluding non-native speakers. Furthermore, the content may not always be culturally appropriate or relevant for diverse populations, limiting their universal applicability. For VR mind-body exercises specifically, determining appropriate exercise dosage can be a challenge. Different individuals may require varying levels of intensity, frequency, and duration to achieve optimal benefits. Without clear guidelines on optimal exercise parameters, there's a risk of under or overexertion, potentially compromising the intervention's effectiveness or safety. Implementation in healthcare settings brings its own set of challenges, including the need for dedicated space, technical infrastructure, and trained staff to supervise sessions. Healthcare providers must also consider infection control protocols when sharing VR equipment among multiple users, particularly in clinical settings. While solutions to these challenges are emerging, such as more affordable mobile VR options and improved user interfaces, addressing these implementation barriers is important for the widespread adoption of VR-based mindfulness interventions. As we look to the future of VR-based mindfulness interventions, several areas require further investigation and development. The current research seems to reveal gaps that need to be addressed to fully realize the potential of these technologies. One need is for more rigorous comparative studies examining the effectiveness of VR-based interventions versus traditional mindfulness practices. While preliminary evidence suggests VR applications may enhance engagement and accessibility, we still lack comprehensive data on whether they produce superior or equivalent outcomes compared to conventional methods. Long-term studies tracking more sustained benefits and adherence rates are also needed. The optimal design of VR environments for mindfulness practice remains largely unexplored. Research areas can consider investigating how different virtual settings, sensory elements, and interaction methods may influence meditation quality and outcomes. This includes understanding which environmental features best support focus and presence for different populations and practice types. Personalization represents another area needing better understanding. Current VR mindfulness applications often take a one-size-fits-all approach, but individual users may have very different needs, preferences, and responses to virtual environments. Future research may begin to explore how these interventions can be tailored to account for factors such as age, cultural background, prior meditation experience, and specific health conditions. This could involve combining VR interventions with neuroimaging studies to track brain changes and identify the most effective elements of these interventions. Developing standardized protocols, best practices for VR mindfulness implementation, establishing guidelines for session duration, frequency, and progression, as well as safety protocols for different populations, may all be part of future investigation for research. As technology continues to evolve, research must also examine how emerging capabilities like artificial intelligence, biofeedback, and mixed reality could enhance mindfulness practices. These innovations could enable more responsive and adaptive interventions that dynamically adjust to users' needs and progress. As we finish our exploration of virtual reality-based mindfulness practices, it's clear that this field holds great promise for the future of mental health care and wellness. The integration of VR technology with traditional mindfulness practices has opened new pathways for making these interventions more accessible and engaging, especially for older adults. The research we've examined demonstrates that VR-based meditation and mind-body exercises can help improve mental health outcomes, reduce pain, and enhance quality of life, particularly among older adults. These benefits, combined with the increased accessibility and engagement offered by virtual environments, suggest that VR-based mindfulness could play a role in expanding access to mental health support. However, it's important to acknowledge that this field is still in its early stages. While the initial results are encouraging, challenges remain in terms of cost, technical implementation, and optimal program design. The need for standardized protocols, personalized approaches, and more extensive research is clear. Despite these challenges, the potential of VR-based mindfulness to transform mental health care is evident. As technology continues to advance and become more accessible, these interventions may soon become valuable tools in our collective efforts to support mental wellness and emotional resilience. Thank you to the authors and publisher for all of the research within this important study. The application of virtual reality meditation and mind-body exercises among older adults. For those eager to continue exploring, or for anyone seeking more in-depth information, additional resources and supplementary materials can be accessed within the links provided in the episode description. As we end our time together, remember to embrace and witness the beauty of life and within shared experience. Be the thread that creates compassion and curiosity for others. Thank you for joining me on this journey and learning how research supports yoga and integrative practices for mental health and well-being. May you find and share beauty and peace on your journey toward wellness.